What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So guys, everyone that's written to me asking me to do an updated 2020 list-based recommendations episode, this one's for you, okay? We're gonna be taking a look at 6 watches in today's episode, cheap watches that look really expensive. Now, let me clarify, okay? These aren't cheaply made watches. These are all watches that I personally would recommend because I am recommending them, but they punch well above their price tag, okay? These watches, for the most part, I think every watch on this list is well under $500, and I'm very excited to talk about them, so let's take a look. It's 1:10 p.m., let's get down to business. Alright, first up, we're going to talk about a Citizen. That's right, Citizen watches aren't something I talk about regularly on this channel. I think I've purchased 2 of them. One, the Citizen Nighthawk, had a lot of fun with that watch, and then the second one being a Blue Angels watch. Really cool ego drive movements, radio controlled, yada yada yada, whole lot of functionality, and that carries on with this one, the Citizen BU2023043 calendar watch. This is why I think it punches well above its price tag, because it's $189.99 on Amazon right now at the time of filming, and you are getting a ton of complication. It has a rose gold tone, has kind of different gradients of black and gray on the dial, and I think that dark dials and rose gold tones look really nice with each other. Looks a bit dressy on that faux crocodile strap. I think it's just an all-around very functional yet dressy watch. Let's take a look at everything this watch does. All right, well, first off, it is an eco drive, okay? So it can be charged with natural or artificial light sources. You're getting world time with 24 cities. You're getting a day-night feature, you're getting a chronograph, you're getting a power save function, and a 100-meter water resistance rating. So this is a watch you can truly wear every day and not worry about. The one downside I see with this watch is that it is 44 millimeters in diameter, and I think that might be a bit big for a lot of people. But again, it is a chronograph with a ton of complication. I think it's pretty cool. Next up, a Seiko. Obviously, Seiko had to be on this list. Seiko Neo Classic Chronograph, reference number SPC133. At the time of filming, you can find this for $139.95 on Amazon. This is a gorgeous watch. You're getting Breguet numerals all around the dial. Very interesting dial layout. I think the one downside is people could argue it's a bit busy. Something very interesting with this chronograph and the Citizen we just took a look at, both 44 millimeters in diameter. Again, a whole lot of information that these watches are giving us though. 100-meter water resistance rating, you're getting a day complication, you're getting an alarm complication, you are getting date, all with 100-meter water resistance rating. Very functional watch, a little bit on the larger side, and it is quartz, unfortunately. But, you know, for a really nice looking chronograph, for under $200 even, I think we can do it. Oh yeah, and real quick, month also. So this is a full calendar, crazy. Alright guys, so next up is a Tissot, and this is far and away the most expensive watch on the list. It's still, at the time of filming, just under $400, but I honestly think it punches well above that price tag. Forgive me, I'm not super familiar with these Tissot reference numbers, but fear not, every watch I talk about will be in affiliate links in the description below, so click on those and check them out. Reference number T0354283605100. Whew, that's a mouthful. Why do I think this watch is so cool? Well, I'm not personally into these offset dials, but I know that that is very common with hyper luxurious haute horology watches, and this Tissot nails it for, you know, under $400. So if you're into that offset dial, running seconds, not symmetrical whatsoever, date complication over by the 9 o'clock, which is fairly uncommon. And again, we're getting gold tones, dark dials. I think it's done very cleanly. So if you're looking for a haute horology watch, this has the look for not that much money. This is also one of the most reasonably sized watches at 39 millimeters. We're getting an automatic movement. So again, this is the most reasonably sized watch and the first automatic on the list. All in all, it's a very different looking watch, a very luxurious looking watch, and one that I hadn't heard about until doing research for this episode. Next up, an Orient. That's right, Orient had to be on this list because I personally think that they make watches that I cannot comprehend how affordably they make these very well-made pieces. It's just kind of confounding there, but this is a watch I've recommended numerous times on this channel, and it's because every time I see this watch and the dial layout and the detail and the complication, I think, how do they release it for this amount of money? The Orient Sun and Moon version 3, this is an automatic watch. You're getting a day-night indicator with a beautiful moon or sun wheel, or dial, I should say. You're getting day and date. Beautiful guilloche on the inner dial, so nice texturing, and then some more texturing around the chapter ring with those beautiful Roman numerals. This is the quintessential complicated dress watch. Again, in-house automatic, under $300 at the time of filming. I think it's gorgeous. 42.5 millimeter case, let's see, 50 meter water resistance rating, 40-hour power reserve. I have fallen in love with Orient ever since I got my Orient Defender version 1. This watch is probably one I should pick up and do a full thorough review, but for now, this is absolutely a cheap watch that is very, very expensive looking. So check it out, guys. Which brings us to another Orient. I hope you don't mind. Orient just has so many really impressive looking affordable options that I could probably make a full episode just filled with Orient watches, but I've limited myself to two. The Orient Bambino second generation. That's very important. The second generation seems to be my favorite. I don't know what it is with a lot of these very fancy, expensive looking watches, these dark dials with rose gold tones. It just nails it for me. This one reminds me of a watch I used to have, my Hamilton Jazzmaster Open Heart. Again, black dial, rose gold tone case. This has beautiful Roman numerals, not hyper stylized, very simple. Again, in that rose gold coloring. You're getting a very simple date complication. 40.5 millimeter case, right within that sweet spot. In-house 22 jewel automatic movement by Orient. Again, well under $200 for $121.18 at the time of filming. Again, link in the description below. This is a crazy amount of watch to get. It's a lot simpler than their Sun and Moon, but if you're looking for just your very elegant, simple, sharp, again, just your run-of-the-mill dress watch just pulled off perfectly, I think Orient does a very good job. So whatever Bambino, or whichever Bambino you choose, I should say, you're not gonna go wrong. But for this episode, this looks very expensive, but it's very, very inexpensive. So check it out. All right, and last but not least, a Casio, a digital Casio, in fact, but not a G-Shock. So I know what you're thinking, why is a digital watch on a list of watches that look expensive? Because by definition, digital watches are cheap, right? Well, let's think about this. This Casio is not a G-Shock, but it has a twin sensor. It has a thermometer and a digital compass layout, a readout, I should say, or display, whatever you want to say. It has that very interesting twin sensor, a whole lot of information, but it's only $40.09 at the time of filming. I cannot believe this. G-Shocks that have these sensors, the thermometers, the compasses, they're typically hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. My Mudmaster with the triple sensor, okay, it has the compass and the thermometer, but it also has the altimeter and the barometer and yada, yada, yada. That was almost $1,000 when it came out, and when I bought it, it was like 600 bucks. This has a twin sensor, okay, digital compass readout and a thermometer, and it's $40. $40 and a dime. Ridiculous. So get this, it's not technically a G-Shock, but it is a Casio. You're getting a 200 meter water resistance rating. You're getting that twin sensor, so again, thermometer, digital compass. You're getting 5 alarms, world time, backlight, stopwatch, countdown timer, all with that Casio resin. This is essentially a G-Shock, but for a very complicated G-Shock, but for 40 bucks. So the price of a G-Shock DW5600 will get you an incredibly complicated, non-G-Shock Casio. So just the choice is yours. I'm just here to give you options, but this is a cheap watch that looks and should be very expensive, in my opinion. But what do I know? So guys, let me know what you think. This is fun, going back to my roots, doing kind of list-based episodes. I'd love to hear what you think. What watches would you add to this list? Which watches on this list would you pick? Which ones do you like? Which ones do you hate? Links to all of them in the comment section, or I'm sorry, I don't think they'll be in the comment section. They might be if you're talking about them. They'll be in the description. There'll be affiliate links taking you to Amazon, and you can support the channel if you shop there. So if you liked what you saw today, please consider supporting the channel by just watching the content. Guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you haven't already. If you want to go above and beyond, then yes, check out the affiliate links in the description below and join the channel, become a channel member. That's how we do 6 pieces of content a week. It's essentially YouTube's Patreon. It's $4.99 a month. There's over 100 of you guys, my certified T3 bots. I couldn't do any of this content without you, because far and away, all my monthly support that allows us to pay the editors and make the content comes from my channel members. So special thanks to you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this with everyone you know so they don't spend too much money on a really impressive watch. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. I'm sweating.